Special populations are those individuals who are considered not part of the general population when it comes to fitness and exercise. There are many different groups of special populations to include the children, elderly, and pregnant women, just to list a few. Each special population group has different set of guidelines to ensure that correct exercises are being conducted for special populations. There are numerous reasons why there are benefits of exercise for special populations. One thing to consider is that there are individuals within that special populations who are in there temporarily, and there are individuals who are within that special population permanently due to underlying physical conditions. However, for those individuals who enter the special population temporarily are typically pregnant women, due to the fact that once they become pregnant, they enter the special population. However, once they deliver the baby, they are returned back to the general population. The special population group that I would like to focus on are the elderly people. I want to focus on this group of special population as I want to help the elderly to maintain their fitness levels and ensure that they're living a healthy lifestyle and applying the correct special population exercises. Another reason why I wanted to pick this special population is I feel like senior adults are individuals who can benefit the most from exercise. However, I feel like they are the least informed when it comes to exercise. And exercise is something that's part of my daily routine, and it's a big part of my life as well too. And I want to ensure that I understand how exercises need to be conducted for senior adults so that when I do get older as well too, I can conduct them and try to live a healthier lifestyle. So I read a few articles connecting the elderly population and physical exercise and the benefits that it has correlating with the two. There was an article written by Denise Taylor titled Physical Activity is Medicine for Older Adults, written by BMJ Journals in 2012. This article, written by Denise Taylor, and the benefits of physical activity in older adults. There are millions of deaths for the elderly connected to lack of physical activity in elders. The World Health Organization reported that 3.2 million deaths each year are attributed to physical inactivity. Governments around the world are recognizing the importance and the large impact of physical inactivity on health and health-related expenditures. There are 5 leading causes of death, and physical activity is one of the main top 5 reasons for the leading causes of death. So the leading causes of death, number 1 would be the lack of physical exercise. Number 2 would be high blood pressure. Number 3 would be high blood glucose. Number 4 would be obesity, and number 5 would be smoking. The average age is continuing to increase in countries worldwide, and the larger population of older adults are a result with longer time to live. We're seeing more older adults than ever because the life expectancy has increased over time, and we need to ensure that these older adults are staying healthy and that they're performing routine physical exercise so that they can go ahead and live healthier lives. Exercise has different criteria. When we're younger, typically exercise are more intense, and we require high intensity duration of a minimum of like 60 minutes. However, within this elderly population, the exercise attributes kind of change, and the exercises are conducted no more than 10 minutes at a time and at a very low intensity level. Another article that I read, written by Michael Joyner, titled Aging and Exercise, What Does the Research Say?, written by Geriatric Medicine in 2013. This article, written by Michael Joyner, talks about the correlation between exercise and aging and connection between research that has been conducted. The article talks about how life expectancy has been increasing over the years and will continue to increase over time. Also, not taking part of smoking or drinking will also serve as additional methods to increase one's life even further. First, in about 1950, they performed a study about 56%, and they found that 56% of men and 65% of women in the United States reached the age of 65. Once people reach 65, on average, men lived about 13 more years and women lived about 16 more years. Representing the men's side, a lot of us will probably say that's not fair, but it seems like women do live a lot longer than men do. And as the trend is just projected to kind of increase over the years, and the elderly populations are expected to live, longer and longer as the years go by. So being old and living a longer life, if you have underlying health conditions, it could be very difficult and it could be very uncomfortable for somebody who's over the age of 65 to be, just conducting themselves on a daily basis. So this article also talks about how it is very important to exercise so that the senior adults could have mobility and still be able to take care of themselves as they are expected to reach, higher and higher in age as the years go by. So that's another reason why exercise is important, because we have a bigger population of senior adults, greater than ever. So we need to ensure that these people within that population are staying healthy. So putting together a physical fitness program for senior adults also comes with its challenges as well. You can't just go to like a 24-hour fitness and then say that you want to hold like an hour class, because there are so many different requirements for exercise when it comes to senior adults. So first, you have to identify a location of the workout. You have to ensure that your location is suitable for seniors. You have ADA compliant, ramps, and the building is accessible to seniors, as some of the participant of this workout program may be seniors with a lack of mobility or those who are confined to a wheelchair. The duration of the workout is also important as well. This population is special in its way because everybody has different needs and different requirements. So you want to have different levels of exercise programs. You want to have like a beginner's course, you want to have an intermediate course, and you also want to have like an expert course, depending on the needs of each senior adult. Also, exercise can kind of become mundane, and with senior adults, you want to try to challenge them and have different levels. So if one of the senior adults are exercising with a resistance band at a very low resistance and they are doing a very good job at that, then I think it is important to have a discussion with that individual to see if they feel comfortable, and you have to also assess the individual to make sure that their bodies are physically capable to moving up on the resistance level and getting more from physical exercise for these senior adults. You want to have different types of workout settings as well too. You want to have like a class setting, but also you want to have just a little bit more of a simpler class where senior adults can just kind of walk around the room and just get small mobility motions in their legs to just kind of help them to grow, to be able to participate in better and more beneficial physical exercise programs. And you also want to protect yourself because injuries are something that we don't want to happen during a workout class, and injuries is something that we think very negatively about, but they have a tendency to happen, especially within the population of senior adults. So you have to be mindful that injuries may occur during your exercises, and you want to work with an attorney to write up a waiver form so that these senior adults are actually participating within their own will, and then to see if there's additional language that needs to be added to your waiver form to protect yourself and the company that you are running to be able to promote and hold all these fitness classes for senior adults. It's important to do some research on senior in whichever physical special population area that you're trying to create a physical fitness program for, because we tend to put everything into buckets, but within those buckets there are actually additional layers of buckets, and you have to ensure that you address everyone's needs. And if there is too many different variables, it might be better to just separate and create two different types of workouts instead of trying to incorporate it all into one. As human beings, we want to try to get as much done as possible, but it is important to realize that when you're dealing with senior adults, you really have to tailor to their needs and kind of understand each person's needs individually, and to be able to just tailor a exercise program for them that fits each individual's specific needs. And that's ultimately the reason why I chose to pick the elderly as my special population group. And as a result, I have learned a lot, and I plan on educating others with information that I've learned and incorporating some of these information myself. And overall, this was a very educational course, and I have definitely enjoyed my time and have learned a lot. Thank you.